Hi guys, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Kathy Stevens here, and today's workout actually is pre-recorded, but I do encourage you to stick with the full workout and to leave any questions or comments in the chat box. Just know that I'm not going to be able to answer you directly, but I will get back to those. Today, my wellness tip is about exercise adherence. So I don't know if you've ever heard of the 20-90 rule. The 20-90 rule is that it takes about 21 days to form a habit and about 90 days to keep that or make it a lifestyle change. Now, obviously, the habit I'm talking about is hopefully exercise and adherence to an exercise program. In particular, hopefully the 60 Up exercise program. So let me give you a few tips to help you get through that 21-90 and make this a lifelong habit. First of all, you want to try to make sure that you pace yourself well. What does that mean? It means making sure that you come in and you start off light and comfortable so that you don't fear or think any negative thoughts about the time you're spending exercising. Even if that means only doing 5 minutes or 5 minutes, take a break, come back and do 5 more. Progress yourself and check in and make sure you're feeling good with the workout before you do longer duration or more days per week. And your body's pretty good at letting you know. If you feel too much soreness, residual soreness after a workout, then that's probably a good sign you work too hard. So keep it feeling good and pace yourself right. Number 2, think about having some kind of visual reminders around. Maybe it's your tennis shoes by your bedside, or little sticky notes on your computer, or reminders on your calendars, so that it's there, it's in your face. It could even be on the refrigerator. Hey, don't forget to exercise and eat well today. These reminders do a lot to keep you on track and keep that adherence going. Have a backup plan. That would be my number 3. Well, that's really relevant today because the reason that this isn't live is that I'm out of town. But I wanted to make sure that I had a backup plan for you and that you could still work out with me or on your own. And so when you are going on vacation or you're just, maybe not, it's not convenient to do your 60 Up workout, maybe just use the tubing. In the last workout, I showed you some exercises you could do with the tubing no matter where you are. But have a backup plan so that you can't use the excuse of my computer's not working or I'm on vacation. There's always something you can do. Let me think of another one. Record your progress and reward your achievement. So have a place that you mark down, maybe on your calendar, how well you did, how you felt about the workout, how long you went, anything that could show some progression. There are other things that we can talk about as we do the workout that are markers of fitness improvement. And those are always fun things to do because when you can see that you're improving and you can actually measure it, it locks it in, and in itself, it's a reward. But then on top of that, when you really see you've made an improvement, go out and buy yourself a new workout outfit or get a massage or do something just to lock it in. The last one I want to talk about so we can get moving is try to employ a friend or get someone to join you in what you're doing. Maybe it's from their own home, they've got a 60 Up board and you guys chat about it afterwards, or even just what you are doing right now, joining our group and checking in every day and seeing what people are commenting and feeling a part of that group. Because when other people are into what you're doing, it reinforces your commitment to it. So share the workout with those you love, get them to join in and stay a part of our membership and check in with us regularly. So with that said, let's get going with our workout. I'm going to use, I call the 3-2-1 circuit format today. So we're going to do 3 minutes of something that keeps you steady state or keep your heart rate up. Then we're going to do 2 minutes of something specific for strength. And then 1 minute of something more specific for loosening and limbering or stretching the body. And we're going to use that format throughout the workout. Let's get going. I'm going to put a little music on and let's do this. By the way, thank you for joining me. Make sure to have your water. Make sure to have a towel so that if you need to wipe off the board or sweat, it's there. Make sure your board is on a nice cushy surface of some sort, a mat or a carpet. The thicker the pile of the carpet or mat, the little bit easier the workout will be, or a little more stable, I should say. All right, hands up on these grips or the handles. Let's just rock side to side and roll the shoulder. I like to start with a nice loosening and limbering warm up. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Now we're gonna hold it to this side and just stretch. Sit back into your hips, feel a nice stretch in the inner thigh and the back of that long leg. Now take the toe on the floor and lift it and drop it. Holding on for balance, just waking up that ankle, lift and drop. 4 more, make sure your back is flat. Neck in line with the rest of the spine. Good, all right, now shift back, side to side, nice and loose, roll that shoulder. Start to engage those muscles. Beautiful. Couple more. And then we're gonna hold to the opposite side. So settle down, hip goes to the back, knee is bent, this leg is straight and stretching. Now toe comes up and down on that straight leg. Wake up that ankle. Good. Now for some of you, this might be difficult because we do know that ankle mobility and sensation does get a little trickier as we get older. So it's important though not to give up on it, even if you can only lift that foot a few inches. 2 more. Last one, then bring it to center. Let's stand up tall and just rise up to the toes and back. Up, down, up, down. Good. Hands are on top of the grips. Lift, lower. Now as you're doing this, I want you to think about pulling up through your legs, through your pelvic floor, through your core, through your chest, shoulders back and down, head high. 4 more. 3, 2, then last one and walk it in. Walk, walk, walk. All right. Now I just want you to get a little movement flow going, right, left march. Slow it down if you need to, or don't lift the feet very high, just the heels is enough. Chest up, and at any time during this workout, you feel the need to sit and take a break or get some water, please do. It's important, as I said in the beginning, that you pace yourself and you feel good. Don't overdo it. There's always time to work harder. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now little heel drops in the middle, right here. Up and down. They're light, and you have to kind of tighten up the core, the abdominals, the hips, the pelvic floor. Just let those heels lightly tap the ground. Tap, tap, tap. Chest up in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now we're gonna march with the other lead right here. March, march, march. Good. Think about your posture right now, please. Chin up parallel to floor, chest lifted, abdominals held in. Good, keep marching. That's it. A little classic on you right now. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, heel drops, up and down. Tighten up. Good, chin and chest high. Feel that little bit of reverberation or bounce through your bones, all the way up from the heels to the head. All right, now let's take and fold forward at the hips and then roll through the spine, loosening up that spinal column. Inhale and exhale. Just warming up that body and preparing for the workout. Nice deep breath. Try to come forward with a flat back and then roll through. Again, flat back, roll through, flat back. 2 more times. Last one. Now from here, let's roll the shoulders up, down, and around. And then I want you to take and slowly let one arm come back and around. Try to balance. Other arm. Let's do that again. Little backstroke, opening up that chest and shoulders. Light grip on the handrail or the pole. Good. Again. 2 more. Last set. Chin up, chest up. Last side. All right, bring it here. Now sit back and give me a little squat. So it's just a small movement. Good. Hips are back. Now I want you to see if you can straighten one leg, and as you straighten that leg, pull back with the toe. Once again, remember, some of you might feel like you can only lift that foot a small amount. That's okay. Lift and drop, 1 foot at a time. The leg that's straightening is the one that pulls back. 4 more. 3, warming up the shins. 2, last one. Now place 1 foot up on the edge of the board. Step back with the other foot, and we're just going to rock and roll. Come up to the toe and then drop that heel back to the ground. So up and down. Toe pushes on the board, heel touches the ground. Nice. Couple more. Try to keep your chin parallel to the floor. It's okay to occasionally gaze down, but you want to try as much as possible to keep your vision stable and steady. 2 more. Last one. Hold it up here and then drop it down. Other foot comes up. Once again, we're going to point the toe, heel comes down. Toe goes down, heel goes down. You might have to realign yourself a little bit if you're not centered well, so that you can balance and keep the majority of that weight on the standing leg. Roll up, roll down. Roll up, roll down. Good job. Keep going. Lift and lower. Heel up, heel down, heel up, heel down. Good. We're spending a lot of time today on the ankles because I've read a lot in your comments about having some issues with the feet and ankles. So we're putting a little more focus here in the warm-up. 2 more. Last one. And then drop that foot down. Good. All right. Now, let's gently step up 1 foot on each side of the red line. And let's just start that swaying motion. And I just want you to think right now about standing tall and allowing your body to wave side to side, almost like a leaning tree. Here we go. Lean to one side, lean to the other. And feel for what's going on at the feet. Feel the outer edge of the foot catching your weight. So we're doing more of a foot focus right now. Good. Chin and chest up. Nice slow sway. Start to bend the knee a little bit more and feel how that changes the dynamics of the movement. Feel how you can engage those thigh muscles. And you feel a little more pressure through the whole leg, not just the feet. Chin up, chest up. Keep rocking. Good. Now I want you to continue with this, but I want you to let 1 foot kind of come just a little bit up off of that board. So it's almost like a wide marching step, but not high. Just enough to put more pressure on that outside standing leg. Nice. Keep going. You might just start to feel a little bit of heart rate elevation as you keep that rocking motion going. Good job. Keep it up. Now I want you to step a little wider to 2 and 2. And then I want you to push through. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. We've completed 1 minute of the 3-minute cardio. So push through each foot. Push, push. Get that steady rhythm feeling going. Head up, chest up. Nice. Now on this one, I want you to start at the feet again. Let's lean and think about your big toe. Push your big toe in a little bit more than the outer edge of your feet. And try to control that rock. Wiggle your fingers every once in a while. Now bend those knees a little bit more. Lunge into it and feel that engagement in those leg and hip muscles. Good. Breathing, inhale and exhale. You got it. We're gonna go back, or we're gonna start stepping up a little. So remember how we lifted and dropped the foot? That's it. Bearing even more weight in that standing leg. 2 minutes down, 1 to go. How you doing? I hope you're feeling like your heart rate and your respiratory system have kicked it up a little bit. All right, take it a little wider. Now for some of you, 3 and 3 on the board might be too far, so keep it 2.5. Wiggle your fingers again, chin up, chest up. Oh, now you're really gonna feel that inner edge of your ball of your foot and toe, making that pressure into the board, rock side to side. Nice. Might feel a little more inner thigh engagement as well. All right, bend that knee more. That's it. And then if you can, lift that foot just a little bit. Let it bottom out. Good, feel that weight go into that one leg. Excellent. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. All right, walk them in slow. 2 minutes of strength. We're gonna start with the squat movement, and we're gonna keep that squat about on the 2 and 2. So balance yourself and sit back. Take your time. Remember, this is more about strength than it is cardio, not that your heart rate will go completely down to resting, because you're still using some pretty big muscles to accomplish this movement. Remember when you do your squats to sit back and imagine that there's a chair back there and you want to hit your tailbone down to the chair. Good. Nice and slow, and remember you can always take a personal break here and just stand up and rock it out again. 1 minute down. Keep going. Try to clean it up. If you need to look down, go ahead. But really work hard to stabilize this squat. That's it. Keep going. So important for leg strength. Now, if you want to try to make this a little harder with the last 30 minutes, reach one arm out as you squat back. Now, this is going to involve just a little bit more balance because you're not holding on with both. And it's in some ways maybe going to open up a little more range of motion because the arm helps you counterbalance that hip movement behind you. Try it and see what you think. Again, if you don't like it, keep both hands on those poles. 4 more. Nice. 3 more. Good work. Last 2. And 1 more. Beautiful. All right. Go ahead and stay here. That's 2 minutes. So now we're going to step off and we're just going to take that stride a little bit wider, and we're going to spend the next minute holding and stretching to this one side, and then we're going to pull back and reach out and pull back and reach out. We're going to get 30 seconds on each side. I want you to feel the stretch to the inner thigh. I want you to feel the torso lengthening. And again, just a little break between some of those more aggressive moves. Sometimes that's all we need, is to take a little break. So remember that in any workout, you can stop and do some stretching like this if you're feeling like it's getting too aggressive. All right, other side. Lunge and pull. Reach over your head and back. Nice. Make sure that that knee and toe are bending in the same direction, that you feel stable with your hand on this one side of the pole. Good job. You got it. 4 more. 3, 2. Nice long stretch here. Bring it back. All right, bring the feet in together. Ready to do a little cardio again. I just want you to pedal behind the board. march, march, march. All right, so we're doing a march or a run behind the board. And how high those feet go or how fast they go kind of depends on how you're feeling right now. If you're one of those aggressive people that feel great and want to work harder, get those feet moving. If not, and you feel comfortable, just do a march. And if that's too much, just do a heel lift. There's always a way to do it for your level, for your pacing. Good. And we talked a little bit about how to mark things. One way might be to write down at the end of a minute how you felt and then compare it to the next workout of a like move, whether it's the squat, whether it's the run. See if you can start to notice when you build your endurance, whether that's the muscle strength endurance or the cardiorespiratory endurance. All right, we're halfway through, so now we're gonna step up and we're gonna challenge that idea by running, marching, or just heel lifting on the board, 1 and 1. Here we go. Good job. Good. Now again, if this doesn't feel comfortable, slow it down or stay on the floor. Keep going, the rest of you. Pace yourself. Stay true to what feels right to you and your body. "30 seconds to go." Nice. Keep it going. 15 seconds. You can do this. Energy up. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, step off, take your time, look down. Now I want you to put one foot up on the red, one foot behind you with the heel up off the floor. For the first strength move, we're gonna do a lunge with one leg in front, stationary lunge we call that. Now we're gonna do that for 1 minute, and then we're gonna switch legs. So much like the squat, the lunge is designed to challenge and strengthen the hips and legs. This one you might find a little more difficult, I don't know. You'll have to let me know. Good, try to keep that board centered. And if you're getting tired, just put the back heel down and stretch for a second. Otherwise, keep that strength move going. Bending that back knee towards the floor. Excellent, chin and chest up high. You're looking great. Ooh, beautiful. 1 minute down, let's switch legs. So remember, our pattern today is 3 minutes of cardio, or we'll call it rhythmic movement, nonstop. 2 minutes of strength focused, and then 1 minute of flexibility or loosening and limbering after. Good, keep going. Drop that back knee. Keep that chest high, keep that head higher. This is so important because this is basically the position you use when you've got to bend to pick something up off the floor. To get your body alignment closer to grab that thing on the floor. So we need these muscles to be strong for this action as well. Whew, we're almost there. 10 more seconds. Can you feel that? Fatigue in the legs? Good. You want to get to the point of fatigue, but not pain. So be careful about that. You don't want to overdo. Step back. Woo, there we go. All right, now I want you to turn to the side, and then we're just going to take the leg closest to the board and roll up and down, stretching and releasing. Range of motion, in and out. My back heel comes up, then it pushes all the way down to the ground. My front knee is bent and stationary. All right, turn around. Other side, same thing. Inside leg, or the one closest to the board, is rolling in and out from the heel. Arm comes up, arm goes back. Doesn't that feel good? I hope so. Up and down. Chest up, head high. Almost there. Couple more. Last two. Last one. All right, now let's get some water. And during this break, I'm also going to invite you to put your long band, or wait, these are the short bands, sorry. Your short bands on the outer connectors. So please take a second right now to get your bands and to get some water and set that up. Great job, by the way. We are more than halfway through. So I'm just going to go through this with you in case it's your first time and you've never attached your bands. So what you do is you take this part of the strap, not the handle, and you slip it up through the notch, the opening, and then you lace the handle through it and then pull down and it's ready. Now for today's workout, I'm not going to have you move the poles. Why? Because I'm going to do things off the edge so the pole is not going to be in the way. So hopefully you've got both bands on. Now if for some reason you're just not comfortable putting your bands on today, then you still would do the movement, the strength movement I'm going to do, but you would just do it with a mind to muscle, like you'll pretend you're using the band. That always works too. All right? So now, here we go. We got to get our heart rate up again. So let's do our step taps from the floor to the board. So step, tap, step, down. Here we go. Step, tap. And notice how when you step, yes, you bottom out. That's good. Step, tap, step, down, step, tap. Good. Try to get to where you can keep your vision up and your chin parallel to the floor. Nice. You got it. Step, tap. Beautiful. But, you know, if you feel the need to look down, that's okay too. I just find sometimes if you do too much down and up looking, it might make you feel a little imbalanced or even a little dizzy. So try to get as level as you can with your head and keep those downward glances more eye-oriented than whole head. Now we're going to bring it up a notch by taking it from the step tap to the step knee up. That's it. So it's a little bit more balance-oriented. Remember, we're going for 3 minutes. We've already done 1 1/4. Up, down, down. Step, up, down, down. Good work, everybody. Nice deep breaths. How do you know if you're working your heart? Well, one way to check is on how you're breathing. It's called the breath or talk test. Do you feel like you need to breathe using your mouth versus just your nose? Well, then you're probably in a good cardio state, but you don't want to be breathless. That means you're working too hard. You should be able to say a few words, but hopefully not speak comfortably in complete sentences. All right, 2 minutes down. So what are we going to do? We're going to take it up, down, and then other side. All right, step 3, down, 2, down, 1, down, down. Okay, step 1. I think we did this last time, but I want you to do it more like a rocking horse move, if you can. Down, down, step. This is a little tricky. It is a pattern, so give your brain a little second to catch it. Down, down. So it's a 3 knee up, rock back, 2 knee up, rock back, 1 knee up, and step down. 3 knee up, rock, step, rock, step, rock, but then down. All right, 2 more of those. 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, down. Last one. Finishing up that minute. Good. Excellent. And down, down. All right. Now, come out to the side of your board. Grab your handle off of your hook. Put one foot, the foot that's furthest away from your board, on it and the other steps back. Now there's a little setup here, so we're not going to count that in a minute. Hold onto your pole, lean in a little bit. Let me move my board so you can see me. Hold on, and then row that arm that's closest to me as you hold the pole with the arm that's the same side as the leg that's up. All right, this is called a bent over row. Now, if you want to make it even more effective, try sitting your hip back and bending just a tad bit more from the hip. Make sure you're not rounding your back or shoulders. If you're not feeling enough resistance, you can let go of the handle and grab the tubing a little lower till you feel enough tension to where you feel it's creating some nice fatigue in the back and shoulder. And stop when you need to. We are going a full minute. If you start getting too much pain in your neck, then just give it a rest. Try to keep that whole back area working. Okay, last one. All right, now we're gonna set up, shake off that arm, and go to the other side. So I'm moving my board only because I want you to be able to see it. You probably can keep your board exactly where it's at. I'm grabbing that handle with the hand that's closest to me. Back leg up, back arm stable, rowing. Leaning in, so you see I'm in a lunge position, one foot forward, one back. My board is grounded because I'm just really focusing in on the strength move through the back and shoulders. You might feel this in your bicep a little bit too. It's a really good move because those back muscles are so important when it comes to lifting things, carrying things. That's it. Pull, release. Remember what I told you about making it tougher? You just anchor or hold it a little closer to where it's attached to the ground, and you'll notice right away more tension in the band, more resistance. That's kind of like going from a 5-pound weight to a 7 or 8 pound weight. More load. All right, couple more. Last two. Oh, nice. One more. Hook it up. Oh, come back behind the board, step on, and then for a minute, let's take one arm and let's rock and sweep. Sweep the floor. Man, that's great. You got it. This should be loosening up that shoulder girdle a little bit and also stimulating your balance as well. Beautiful. Half of a minute on one side. And then let's go ahead and grab the other pole and let's start that same sweeping motion with the arm, chest and shoulders, stretching. My knees are soft. I'm rotating a little bit through my spine, just a bit. Beautiful. Nice work. 4 more. And 3. And 2. Last one. All right. Whew, take a breath. I think we have time for one more 3-2-1 circuit. Are you up for it? I hope so. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to face sideways on this one. Feet on the center line. And then we're going to rock our toes and heels. Just kind of get a little movement and get used to this. Hold on to that pole. Nice. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to take and we're going to step, front, step, back. Now just take your time on this. I want you to feel what it feels like to grip and control that body lean as it goes forward, walking like you're going downhill. And then you've got to hit that body back in good alignment as you step back to the center. Just get comfortable with it. Walk in the plank, front and back, front and back. Good. Keep going. Front, 2, back, 2. Front, 2. Now try this. Front, knee, back, 2. Other leg, knee. Remember how we did that with the front step? We added and it can be a tap instead of a knee lift. Step, tap, step, back. I should have probably started with the tap, right? And then as you get comfortable with the tap, you can take it to a step, knee, step, back, step, knee, step. And you can do this on the floor if you're feeling, okay, I'm tired, Kathy. This is a little much for me at this point of class. You can still do this move on the floor. 2 more. Good, because it's about keeping that movement flowing and that cardio going. All right, center out, turn around. Take your time, grab the other handle. Again, rock a little bit just to get your center point down. Remember, 3 minutes. We're about 1.5 minutes there. All right, ready? Again, step, step. Step, step, back, back. Step, front, step, back. Be real tall. Head over shoulders, shoulders over hips, chest lifted. Beautiful. It's okay to gaze down and make sure that your feet are staying on that board, and then bring that vision back up again. Step, 2. Feel how your body would feel if you were going downhill and having to keep that head over the chest. Don't let that head get going forward. That's sometimes what leads to the fall, is when you let your head and chest get going too far forward. You got to keep them back slightly. Knee up, here we go. Or tap. Sorry, I did it again. Let's start with the easier version. Step, tap, step, back, step, tap. 30 seconds, you can do this. Step, tap. All right, here comes the knee up. Step, lift. If you can. Remember, these progressions are always optional. And what did we start with in terms of adherence? Pacing yourself, always feeling good with the level you're doing. Keep going. Step, lift, down, 2, step, lift. All right, last one. Good job. All right, step off, take care. Come back to that side with the tube. Put one foot down, grab the tube from the front, get in a lunge position again, and let's do a bicep curl up. Now, if you want to make this a little more aggressive, you can bend the knee as you curl, but maybe your legs are tired, so don't overdo it today. Bicep curl. Nice. Chest stays high. Beautiful. That's it. Now, halfway through, we're going to switch it, so I want you to lean in and push back into the tricep. Let me move my board so you can see this. Keep going. So my elbow stays behind me. My body stays strong and long from the head to the hip. And then I'm focusing on the back side of the arm. Beautiful. That's it. Couple more. Last one. Okay. Whew. Shake it off and set up for success on the other side. Same thing here, but other arm. Here we go. Bicep curl. And if you like, you can add a little lunge, meaning that you bend that back knee. We did a lot of leg work though, so that's optional. Keep that chest up, that head high. We did a lot today. I think we got through 4 circuits. That was awesome. 2 more. And then we're going to switch it. You might want to angle a little different if you need to. You always want your knees and toes in the same direction. Now in the tricep extension, it is important that you keep that elbow kind of suspended back there in space behind you, and then let the lower arm move outward to form a straight line. You should feel this in the back of the shoulder and arm. Out and in. Beautiful. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Remember to stop when you need to, okay? Usually the time to stop, and then we're going to come back to the center, and we're just going to roll, roll, both arms, roll. One nice indicator that maybe it's time to stop a strength move, or any move for that fact, is if the place you're feeling it is not the muscle that we're intending. So if instead of feeling it in the back of the arm, you're feeling it more in the neck, then it means the back of the arm has given up and somebody else is trying to take over that probably shouldn't, called your neck muscles. All right, keep rolling. Nice work. All right, now sway here. Good. Oh, yes. And we get to take this final minute into our full cool down. So for those of you that maybe had to give up a little easier or earlier, it was just too hard, I want you to not think of that as giving up. I want you to think of it as giving up. In other words, a good giving up. Knowing your limits. 60 up is about knowing our limits and knowing when to progress, when to regress. All right, now one arm, we're just gonna swim back. Sway. Now, if you need to hold, feel free to switch arms and hold the poles. 2 more. Last one. All right. Hands on top. Now let's just rock the toes up and back. So the point I was about to make was that if you found during the workout that you need to stop early, you know, the hour's too long or 50 minutes, whatever it adds up to, maybe just watching sometimes and seeing what we're doing so that the next time you do the workout, you go, oh, I remember seeing that move. And then joining us again for the stretch cool down if you have the time. Because that's always a great way to end a workout and leave you feeling good about your workout. And that mental positioning of liking what you do is so important as well for adherence. All right, now from here, let's take and just bend the knees and then straighten them. And we're just doing a really relaxed squat. Almost like you're just letting go of tension and then straightening. It's not meant for strength, it's just meant to slow everything down and bring it back to feeling good. Nice little bends. Good, that helps pump the blood back to the brain, by the way, as well. All right, now from here, let's circle those hips like a hula skirt. And you might feel your feet as well rolling. You might feel like you're connecting the floor with the ball of the foot and the outer edge at a different position as that hip roll goes around. Nice. Other side, roll it around. Just working ourselves up the body, refreshing, releasing, limbering, loosening. All right. Now bringing it up to our spinal rolls again. I always kind of like to start and end with this because for me it feels super nice. I hope it does for you too. And you're really just using your board now to assist you in feeling comfortable with these final stretches. It's not about the balance factor. It's about the comfort zone. Beautiful. So you can be grounded out on one side if you like. All right, and then bring it all the way up. And then look behind your right. Bring it down. Look behind your left. And bring it down. Take this slow, in particular, if you've got any vertigo issues. Sometimes this can help, sometimes it can aggravate. So if you feel like it's not a positive, don't look so far. Maybe just look off to space. Don't look behind your shoulder. So just know range of motion is probably the #1 way to either advance or regress or lessen the intensity of any movement. Couple more. Down and up. Down and up. Last 2. Breathe through. Last 1. Awesome. Okay, now turn to face the side and hold the pole with one arm. Leg closest to the platform is straight. You're just going to drop the heel and stretch the calf. And then I just want you to just kind of do a small rocking action by bending that front knee and letting your body come forward. The back leg is staying straight the whole time. And I want you to feel this through that back ankle as you try to close that angle between the shin and the floor. Nice. Again, keep it light. Now hold it here and bring that arm that's not holding and come up to warrior pose. We did a little yoga last workout. I hope you liked that. I'd love to do more of that if it's something you guys like. I always add a few yoga poses in. Right here, hold it. Chin up, chest up. Now bring that arm behind you. Now see, I want you to see how my arm is. Don't turn. It's behind me, kind of hand behind, because that opens up the chest and shoulder here. It's a really nice chest opener. And then straighten the front leg. So this may be hard, but try to keep that front leg straight and bow over it. But bow over it without rounding your back out. So not this way, okay? That means you're not gonna be able to bow as far. That's okay. The way you know you've got this one good is if you feel it in the hamstring of that front leg. That's this muscle down here. Hold and breathe. Sometimes people want to know how long to hold a stretch. Well, for a true strengthening flexibility stretch, about 30 seconds or more. 3 to 5 deep, slow breaths. All right, bring it back up. Ease to the front. Take your time and turn around to the other side. So we started again in a comfortable lunge position, holding with the hand closest, and then we just rocked the front knee and tried to keep the back heel on the floor. Rock that front knee and try to keep the back heel on the floor. Nice. We're almost done. Beautiful. You got it. 4 more times. And 3. And 2. Now hold here. Bring that arm up. Bend that back knee a little bit. Open up that chest and shoulder. Stretch that neck. Lift your chest and sternum. Hold here. Good job. Tuck the butt under a little bit and feel a nice opening in that hip joint. Nice. Bring the arm behind you. Remember, kind of behind you like this, opening up the chest and shoulder. Hang out here. Deep breath. Oh, great time today. I hope you stuck with me and that you are enjoying the workout. And I'll come back for more, of course. Lean forward, try to straighten both legs. Keep that body line long, head, neck, shoulders. Now you know Dan will be here tomorrow, and we have Debbie that will be starting as well. She's awesome. We just keep giving you more and more. Why? Because we want you to form that habit, that 21-day habit, and that 90-day stick with it and make it a lifestyle change. That's the goal, guys. 60 up for life. And making it feel like it's an easy thing to do, not a task, but it's the highlight or something you look forward to in your day. Unhinge. Let that arm down, bring it to the center. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. All right, that's it for today. Please feel free to leave me your comments in the box and I'll get back to them and I'll answer you as soon as I can. But most importantly, stick with it. 60 up. Signing off. Thanks for joining me.